Hi, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this article, breaking. Supreme Court steps in, makes huge impeachment decision. The Supreme Court has dealt a crushing blow to the Democrats and their dreams of having President Donald Trump convicted by the U.S. Senate. The High Court decided to review 3 cases involving subpoenas for the president's financial records issued by New York State prosecutors in the House Oversight and Financial Committees. The subpoenas were issued in 2 banks, Deutsche Bank and Capital One, and were upheld by lower courts. The president's attorneys argued that Democrats were going on a fishing expedition in search of a crime and were invading the president's privacy. The court is expected to hear the case in March, and a ruling on it should be made by June. But in the meantime, it is a major victory for President Trump amid his impeachment fight. Famed attorney and Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz said on the Fox News show Hannity that what the court did was effectively end one of the articles of impeachment against the president. Look, the most important development happened today. The Supreme Court of the United States absolutely pulled the rug out of Part 2 of the impeachment referral by granting certiorari, by granting review in a case where Trump challenged a congressional subpoena. And the Supreme Court said, "We're going to hear this case." Think of what that message is. It's Trump was right. You don't have to comply with a subpoena of Congress unless a court tells you you have to comply, he said. Now, we don't know how the Supreme Court is going to come out, but they made it clear that's a viable issue. So that charge, that ground of impeachment, should be immediately removed by the House and not sent to the Senate. There's nothing to it anymore after the Supreme Court today said you're entitled to a review on an issue when the president challenges the subpoena power of Congress. It's all done. It's over, he said. He was talking about the charge of obstruction of Congress, which he said correctly is no longer in play because of the Supreme Court decision. The court has said that the president deserves his day in court and does not have to comply with the subpoena before that, which means that the charge now has no merit. House Speaker and California Representative Nancy Pelosi is furious with the decision but maintains that Congress is going to win in the end. While we are disappointed that Congress will now have to wait several more months to get a final ruling, we look forward to presenting our case to the Supreme Court, she said. But even if she is correct, there is still the matter of the current impeachment charge, which has no merit anymore, but Democrats continue to stick to. We are pleased that the Supreme Court granted review of the president's 3 pending cases. These cases raise significant constitutional issues. We look forward to presenting our written and oral arguments, President Trump's attorney Jay Sekulow said. The impeachment of the president is the weakest in history, and it has gotten weaker, but the Democrats have no plans to stop. They have been on a witch hunt to get the president since he was elected, and regardless of the fact that it has no merit, they are determined to embarrass themselves more.